It's that time of year again where we change our clocks and spring forward. And while some of us may be excited for the longer days, others might not be too thrilled about losing an hour of sleep. Me, I'm others. But what about our dogs? Does the time change impact them too? Do they even notice it? Let's get into it. Welcome back to Alpha Paw, your destination for everything dog. I'm Bernie Zilio, and I'm on a mission to answer every doggone question you have ever had about your fur babies. And today, we are talking about whether or not daylight savings impacts our canine companions. Dogs, like many animals, are greatly impacted by circadian rhythms, which means that they innately know when to sleep and when to be active. Researchers believe that light cues, smells, and environmental factors also play a role in your dog's ability to tell time. However, it's believed that light most likely has the greatest impact. For example, you may have noticed that your fur baby may expect their much anticipated bowl of kibble right as the sun is starting to go down. That change in light may be a marker for dinner time. Or maybe, if you have to wake up for work before the sun rises, you may notice that your canine companion wants nothing to do with getting out of bed until much later in the day, which is also their circadian rhythm at play. Light and dark play a big role in dogs' physiology and behavior. So what happens when we change the time on them? This can actually disturb their routine quite a bit. Think about it. You're waking up an hour earlier, they're most likely getting fed at a different time, and they'll be expected to settle down and go to sleep a lot earlier. We as humans make this abrupt change, and then all of a sudden, we expect our dogs to adjust their schedules to ours. Their potty times, walk routines, pretty much everything they do changes quickly and unexpectedly for them, which can be a bit confusing for our little fur babies. Dogs that have a strong internal clock may really struggle with the time change since their bodies and behavior are really impacted by sunrise, sunset, and their feelings of hunger. If your dog's behavior is more timed to your own, as in when your alarm clock goes off or when you eat versus the sunset, things like that, he or she may have an easier time with the time change. But either way, what can you do to help your dog adjust to daylight savings time? The first thing you can do is just to be understanding. It may take your dog a few days to adjust, and hey, when I lose an hour of sleep, it takes me a bit to adjust too. So let's just all be a bit more flexible, huh? You can also make the adjustment less jarring by meeting them in the middle. So instead of feeding them at 6 p.m. like you normally do regardless of the time change, maybe move it up by 30 minutes so that their hunger pangs aren't as intense while waiting a full extra hour to eat. Also, let your dog out more so that he or she can adjust to the light changes more quickly. And lastly, set up a new routine and stick to it. Our pups are creatures of habit. So implementing a schedule that they can anticipate and get accustomed to, even if it's one that may be new to them, is so important because unpredictability can actually increase their anxiety and make it more difficult for them to adjust. If your dog continues to struggle with the change in time, it may be worth taking him or her to the vet to discuss supplements like melatonin or other sleep aids. But I want to know, how does your dog adjust to changes in schedule or time change? Do you notice a difference? Let me know in the comment section down below. Again, I'm Bernie Zilio, and this is Alpha Paw. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single doggone episode, and we'll see you next time.